I'm either really late to the party on this one or really early. On June 5th, Venus entered Leo, and this is a great time for us normally to embrace more play and passion and courage in our love life and with just our general living of life. However, we've also had some hard aspects with Leo during this whole week as Venus just entered Leo, and on June 22nd, Venus is going to go retrograde in the sign of Leo and remain in Leo until October 8th. So here's what you need to know about the upcoming transit of Leo, including its direct period, its retrograde period, which is going to be massive for us, and what you need to know and what you need to do. Welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. My name's Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology. Now, before I dive into what it means now that Venus, the planet of love and wealth, has entered Leo, hit the link in the description below to get your very own. My horoscope made me do it hoodie. These are seriously some of the comfiest hoodies I've ever worn. And now that Venus is about to go retrograde in Leo at the end of this month, you're going to want this hoodie because it's going to explain life much quicker to people who are confused by your behavior or their own. My horoscope made me do it. Blame it on them. Venus recently entered Leo on June 5th, and normally I would say that this highlights themes for us around embracing more play, joy, and fun in our love life. Also note that Venus is not just the planet stereotypically of romance, it's also the planet of wealth and worth. So to put it simply, Venus shows us what we value and what brings value to our lives. So as Venus entered Leo, this was a call for us to focus on what brings us a sense of play and allowing ourselves to take center stage in order to enjoy life more. However, just after Venus entered Leo, we had some very hard aspects between Venus and Leo and our Taurus, planets that are in Taurus right now, which caused some conflict between our relationship with play versus self-sufficiency. We might have felt that we need to be more responsible, but at the same time, having fun sounds just so fun. We get a little bit of a breather off, and a little pressure gets off of Venus and Leo for a week or so. But then we have Venus going retrograde. So before Venus goes retrograde, during this upcoming week, we can feel that we are just free to play, free to be passionate, and free to have fun. If you have strong Leo placements, this will be beautiful energy for you. It can bring more fun to your love life no matter what your placements are. And this is a call for all of us to just embrace more lightheartedness and embrace our inner child in our relationships and with ourselves. This is a great time for you to focus on enjoying life. Maybe you start doing a new hobby that relates to creative expression. Maybe you get into dancing. Maybe you also just focus on having more fun with your partner. Venus in Leo wants us to live a love life and just life in general with passion, play, and an open heart. They want us to proudly open our hearts up to other people and be courageous in our expression. Then, on June 22nd, Venus will go retrograde. Now, retrogrades are generally feared amongst the astrology community, and they can sound terrifying to us who are new to astrology because of how they are usually interpreted. And it's not their faults, and no harsh judgment towards other astrologers. They are very accurate in what they say. However, I want to note that retrogrades are simply a time of reflection. Nothing more, nothing less. A retrograde is when a planet appears from our perspective to be moving backwards. And so this is a time for us to kind of backtrack and retrace our steps on certain energies and concepts. So with Venus and Leo, we are called to, as I've said, be creative, be playful. But when Venus goes retrograde, we are called to reflect on our relationship with play. We might feel even too stereotypically, in the stereotypical sense, old flames can come back into our lives. We can get in touch with old lovers, or we could, in a way, also have to backtrack in our spending because Venus is about wealth. In a more spiritual and simplistic approach, Venus retrograde in Leo is calling us and inviting us to reflect on our relationship with play, courage, and romance and passion. Venus in Leo realizes that romance and love should be fun. Money should be fun. Life itself should be fun. It should feel like play, and it should feel like I'm in the spotlight. Each person wants to be in the spotlight during this time. But when Venus goes retrograde, we're called to reflect on how we do so. And so during this time, we might feel a little bit burnt out when it comes to passion. We might want to be playful, but we don't know exactly how to embrace that. And so we are called to reflect on what the most enjoyable forms of play are for us, what the most enjoyable forms of passion are, and how we want to be playful in our relationships with other people, including our relationship with ourselves. So during all of Venus retrograde, don't be hard on yourself if you are not being as playful and passionate as you were a week ago or as you were at the beginning of June. And instead, be compassionate and know that you're healing and cultivating a better relationship with play. I like to think oftentimes with the Leo archetype. People stereotypically associate Leo with partying and drinking and literally being standing on tabletops or being center stage in a play. But Leo, in the end, is about the relationship with the inner child, the relationship with the pure heart. And so during this time, we're called to each reflect on how we play and what our inner child needs for play. So maybe your idea of play is something different than the other person's or your partner's, and it's important for you to align with that because doing so will help you live a valuable, abundant life. After all, Venus is the planet of wealth, and this does not just imply money, this implies a feeling of wealth and values in our life. It shows us what our love language is and what brings us joy to existence. So during Venus retrograde, focus on cultivating your relationship within your love life, embracing play, cultivate your relationship with your inner child, reflect on your relationship with your inner child, and reflect on the things that bring you joy. Reflect on the things that you value. This is a time of self-reflection. You might be called to focus on your relationship with yourself so that you can bring more passion to your relationships with other people. Depending on what house Leo is in your chart will change how Venus retrograde exactly affects you and where you are reassessing your values. So hit the link in the description below to book a 30-minute reading with me now so we can talk about how this transit is affecting you. And not only do we have Venus going retrograde right now, but we also have Pluto retrograde re-entering Capricorn, and we are about to have Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. There's a lot of retrogrades about to go on right now, which means great time for self-reflection. It can feel a bit frustrating though. So if you want more guidance that is tailored to you, hit the link in the description below to book a 30-minute reading with me right now and we can talk about it. While you're down there, be sure to check out the free birth chart workbook if you have not yet checked it out already, and see the Making Mindfulness Fun Bundle. If you prefer to learn astrology on your own, the Making Mindfulness Fun Bundle is available in the link in the description below just now, where you can access all 30 of our workbooks and courses on astrology and self-development for only $30. Link is in the description below for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sincerely hope it helped you understand the upcoming transit of Venus going retrograde in Leo. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down astrology. Once again, my name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.